Hi every wise reader. Welcome to the next video from Read Wiser, a YouTube channel dedicated to helping you improve yourself through books. In today's video, let's explore The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. What if every challenge you faced, every person you met, and every setback you endured was secretly a part of a grand cosmic plan designed specifically to lead you to your greatest treasure? It's a powerful thought, and it's the central idea behind one of the most beloved books of our time. This isn't just a story about a shepherd boy looking for gold. It's a profound exploration of destiny, courage, and the deep, often hidden language of the universe. The book argues that your greatest dreams aren't just idle fantasies. They are your true purpose, your personal legend. And when you finally find the courage to pursue that purpose, the entire universe will conspire to help you achieve it. Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist begins not with a hero, but with a simple Andalusian shepherd named Santiago. His life is predictable and safe, defined by the rhythm of his flock and the fields of Spain. But this quiet existence is interrupted by a recurring dream, a vision of a vast treasure hidden thousands of miles away at the foot of the Egyptian pyramids. This dream is the first whisper of his personal legend, the book's term for one's true calling in life. Initially, Santiago dismisses it, seeking comfort in the familiar. He loves his sheep, and he's found a budding romance with a merchant's daughter. Everything changes when he meets Melchizedek, a mysterious old man who claims to be the king of Salem. Melchizedek gives Santiago a critical piece of wisdom. He tells him of the world's greatest lie, which is the belief that at some point we lose control of our lives and they become governed by fate. The king urges him to follow his dream, explaining that to realize one's personal legend is a person's only real obligation. To start this journey, Santiago must make a profound sacrifice. He must sell his flock, his only source of security and identity, and step into the complete unknown. It is this decision, this leap of faith, that sets the entire transformative journey in motion. Before we follow Santiago, it's essential to understand the story behind the story. In the foreword, author Paulo Coelho reveals that the book's journey to becoming a global phenomenon was its own kind of personal legend. When The Alchemist was first published in Brazil, it was a commercial failure. After a year, his publisher dropped the book, leaving Coelho feeling desperate. Yet he never lost faith. He explains, "It was me in there, all of me, heart and soul. I was living my own metaphor." He saw himself in Santiago's quest, and his treasure was his capacity to write. This unwavering belief is the core principle he shares. When you want something, the entire universe conspires to help you achieve it. Coelho's perseverance paid off. He found a new publisher, and through word of mouth, the book slowly gained traction. Its success became a testament to its own message. This personal struggle is not just a backstory, it's the foundational proof of the book's philosophy. The foreword is paired with a beautiful prologue that reimagines the myth of Narcissus. In Coelho's version, after Narcissus drowns, the lake weeps not for Narcissus's beauty, but because in the depths of his eyes, the lake could see its own beauty reflected. This sets the stage for a journey where fulfillment is found not in self-obsession, but in the profound reflective relationship between ourselves and the world around us. The takeaway is clear. The path to our destiny is paved with challenges that test our faith, but perseverance is fueled by understanding that our quest is a universal story of connection. This understanding of connection is the first step Santiago must take, leading him away from his flock and toward an unknown continent. Santiago's journey begins with a profound act of faith, selling his sheep and sailing to Africa, but his optimism is shattered almost instantly. Upon arriving in Tangier, he is befriended by a young man who offers to be his guide to the pyramids. Trusting him, Santiago hands over all his money for the purchase of camels. In the blink of an eye, in the chaos of a crowded marketplace, his new friend vanishes, leaving him utterly alone, penniless, and unable to speak the local language. This isn't just a minor setback, it's a devastating blow that tests his commitment at the very outset. He is tempted to see himself as a victim, to become bitter and return home defeated. This moment is a powerful representation of the first major trial on the path to a personal legend. The King of Salem had warned him, but experiencing this betrayal is a different matter. It forces Santiago to make a choice, give up or find a way to move forward. He has nothing left but 2 small stones the king had given him, Urim and Thummim, meant to help him read omens. This initial test argues that the call to adventure demands not just a sacrifice of comfort, but the resilience to withstand immediate and crushing failure. It's the universe's way of asking, how badly do you want this? Santiago's decision to get up and find work, rather than wallow in despair, is his first true victory. His next steps lead him not to the desert, but to a quiet shop on a hill, where his most important lessons in patience would begin. Stranded in Tangier, Santiago finds work with a crystal merchant whose shop has fallen on hard times. This period, which lasts for over a year, seems like a major detour, but it becomes a crucial phase of his education. The merchant is a kind but melancholic man, a perfect foil for Santiago. He too has a dream, a lifelong desire to make a pilgrimage to Mecca. However, he is paralyzed by the fear of achieving it. He confesses to Santiago that the dream of Mecca is what keeps him alive, and he's afraid that if he actually fulfills it, he'll have no reason to go on living. The merchant becomes a living lesson for Santiago, a cautionary tale of a man who has chosen comfort and fear over his personal legend. During his time there, Santiago doesn't just work, he learns. He learns to pay attention to the world around him, seeing omens in the simplest of things. He suggests building a display case to attract customers, and later selling tea in the beautiful crystal glasses. These ideas transform the business and teach him a vital lesson, that by actively engaging with the world and responding to its subtle cues, he can create his own favorable outcomes. It's here that he truly begins to understand maktub, the Arabic idea that it is written. He learns that destiny is not passive. It is a river that one must navigate. This seeming detour equips him with patience, practical wisdom, and enough money to not only return home a rich man, but to continue his journey toward the pyramids with renewed purpose. With his pockets full and his spirit fortified, Santiago chooses the desert, joining a caravan where he will learn the difference between knowledge and wisdom. As Santiago joins a caravan crossing the vast Sahara, the narrative introduces a new teacher, the desert itself. The journey is long and monotonous, yet it is in this silence and emptiness that Santiago's most profound learning occurs. He is joined by an Englishman, a scholar obsessed with the secrets of alchemy, who spends the entire journey buried in his complex books. The Englishman represents the pursuit of knowledge through intellect alone. He is searching for a 200-year-old alchemist living at an oasis, believing this man holds the key to the masterwork, the secret to turning lead into gold. Santiago, however, learns differently. He finds more wisdom in observing the caravan's movements and listening to the wind than in the Englishman's books. He befriends a camel driver, a man who has lost everything in a flood but lives fully in the present. The driver teaches him that fear comes from dwelling on what we might lose, and that this fear evaporates when we understand that our lives and the history of the world were written by the same hand. Santiago begins to grasp the soul of the world, the invisible force that connects all things. He sees that the caravan, despite its many detours around rocks and treacherous sand, always maintains its course toward the oasis, guided by the stars. It becomes a living metaphor for his own journey. Obstacles are inevitable, but the destination remains constant if one stays attuned to the guiding signs. He is learning the universal language, not of words but of omens, intuition, and a silent, deep connection to the world. This growing understanding of the universe's silent language will soon be tested by its most powerful expression, love. When the caravan finally reaches the lush Al-Fayoum oasis, it is a refuge from the tribal wars raging in the desert. It is here that Santiago's journey takes its most significant turn. While searching for the alchemist, he approaches a young woman named Fatima at a well. The moment their eyes meet, he understands the pure language of the world, love. It's an instantaneous recognition, a feeling that she is the person he has been waiting for his entire life. This love becomes the most powerful omen of all, and for a moment, he believes he has already found his treasure. He considers abandoning his quest for the pyramids to stay with her. However, Fatima embodies the wisdom of the desert. She tells him that true love never keeps a man from his personal legend. As a woman of the desert, she is proud of her warrior and knows she must wait for him. Her love does not hold him back. It propels him forward. It is this profound connection that sharpens his senses and allows him to see a vision of an impending attack on the oasis, an event that would shatter the sacred tradition of neutrality. Fueled by a desire to protect Fatima, Santiago musters the courage to warn the tribal chieftains. He risks his life by doing so, as the chieftains threaten to kill him if his vision is wrong. When the attack happens exactly as he predicted, he not only saves the oasis, but also proves his deep connection to the soul of the world. This act of courage is the final test that proves him worthy of meeting his true guide. Having faced death and understood love, Santiago is finally ready to meet the man who will guide him through the final, most perilous leg of his journey, the Alchemist. Santiago finally meets the Alchemist, a powerful and intimidating figure who has been awaiting his arrival. The Alchemist's guidance is unlike that of any other mentor. He insists that Santiago already knows everything he needs to know, and that true learning comes through action. His purpose is not to provide answers, but to create tests that force Santiago to look inward. He teaches Santiago the most important lesson of all, to listen to his heart. The Alchemist explains, "Wherever your heart is, that is where you'll find your treasure." He teaches that the fear of suffering is worse than suffering itself, and that no heart has ever suffered when it goes in search of its dreams. This lesson is put to the ultimate test when they are captured by a warring tribe. The Alchemist, in a bold and seemingly insane move, tells the tribal chief that Santiago is a powerful sorcerer who can turn himself into the wind, and that he will demonstrate this power in 3 days. He wagers both their lives on it. This terrifying ordeal forces Santiago to go beyond just observing the world. He must now become one with it. In a climactic scene, he communicates with the desert, the wind and the sun, learning that they all are part of the soul of God. In this moment of profound connection, he understands that his own soul is a part of this divine essence, and that he, a simple boy, can perform miracles. He unleashes a furious sandstorm, the Simum, and reappears on the other side of the camp, saving their lives and demonstrating his mastery over the language of the world. Having passed this final test, Santiago is ready to complete his journey alone and claim his treasure. In the epilogue, Santiago finally reaches the majestic Egyptian pyramids. As he stands before them, his heart whispers, "Be aware of the place where you are brought to tears. That's where I am, and that's where your treasure is." As tears stream down his face, he sees a scarab beetle, a sacred symbol in Egypt, and begins to dig. But instead of treasure, he is found by refugees from the tribal wars. They beat him brutally and steal his gold. As they leave him for dead, the leader mocks him, sharing a story of his own recurring dream, a dream about a treasure hidden under a sycamore tree in a ruined church in Spain, the very place Santiago's journey began. In that moment of ultimate despair, Santiago understands. He laughs with joy. The physical treasure was never in Egypt. It was at home all along, but the journey was not in vain. Without the journey to the pyramids, he would have never learned about his personal legend, the language of the world, or the love of Fatima. And he never would have met the thief who, ironically, gave him the final clue. He returns to Spain, digs at the roots of the sycamore tree, and unearths a chest filled with Spanish gold coins and precious jewels. The story ends not with him counting his gold, but with him feeling a kiss on the wind from Fatima, saying her name and preparing to return to her. The ultimate treasure wasn't the gold itself, but the journey that transformed him into a man who was worthy of it, and the love he found along the way. The Alchemist reminds us that our journeys are often circular, leading us back to where we started. but as wiser, more courageous, and more loving versions of ourselves. What is a recurring dream in your own life that you might be ignoring? And what is the flock of sheep, the security or comfort that you might need to leave behind to pursue it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this summary valuable, please like this video and subscribe to Read Wiser for more deep dives into life-changing books. Thanks for watching.